Hi there, this is Manny with Classic Auto Repair with a quick update on the 72 Bronco. Kind of want to show you where we are with the status. First, I'm going to go ahead and just pull it down so we can see the work on top of the car. And then we'll go down and look at the brakes and the brake lines, hoses, and things I did on the bottom side. All right. Okay, so over here are all the used brake lines and hoses, proportioning valves. The metal was really deteriorated and rusted. So as I went to remove different lines, they were either rusted completely onto the other connections, or when they went to remove the line, twisted the hose. So there was no saving these old brake lines. So I put new on there. New master cylinder. This is your brake master cylinder. Got a new one on it. And this is your fuel pump. Put a new one of those on there. And all the brake hoses as well. They're deteriorated and rotted. So those got new as well. Over here is where I have all your parts stored. I've got the new distributor, spark plug wires. I got all your parts here. I got some new spark plugs in there. Some screws and things that I found in the back of the truck. So I put everything together, organized it. We're looking good there. I got the new carburetor ready to go in. I'll be putting this in here shortly once I finish up the brake system. So up on the top, there's the new master cylinder that was installed. It's got all the new lines, metal lines going to it. And then I replaced the proportioning valve with the variable pressure valve, which is what everyone uses now, to replace the old proportioning valves that are 50, 60 years old. They get sticky and they'll cause brake line issues. So we put a variable valve in this to control the rear brakes. The front brakes are directly plumbed to the wheel cylinders. So this goes down and then connects through a brake line. All the brake lines were replaced. You can see the new brake lines running all the way along the frame with clamps. And then I extended the connectors for the hoses so they wouldn't stretch the lines like they were doing before the hoses. Put new fittings on there, new blocks. Like I said, and those go across from the axle to the turning front wheels. And so they got to have another flex hose right here. This connects to a new metal line that I made, and that goes down to the master cylinder. And that's what's on the back side of these brakes here. So these are drum brakes, front and back. It's got new wheel cylinders. I took all the hardware off. As you saw from the prior, it was pretty rusty and crusted in here. Cleaned all the grease and dirt debris off the backing plates, painted them, polished the seal where the seals ride so that they don't have any tears. And then I put new brake shoes on it, new wheel cylinder, and put the painted parts back up on there, lubricated all the necessary parts so that they move correctly. So this is an example of the way that the brakes are. Then I went into the four-wheel drive stuff, all the different lockouts, and cleaned everything. I'm going to put all new grease, as I have done with the wheel bearings here. I repacked the grease, and I'll put that new drum, excuse me, not new drum, but painted drum. These are your original brake drums for the front. They're in pretty good shape. I'm just going to scuff them and prep them for installation. I'll get them back on there. On the back brakes, let me show you what we have here. On the back brakes, same thing. We took everything off. I cleaned everything and then reassembled. This side is okay, and let me show you, point out a couple of things here. This is your emergency brake cable. It goes up to the front of the car, and under the dash is on the floor is a pedal. It has the emergency brake separator right here and return spring. And then this clip right here holds an arm that goes behind the brake shoe and puts pressure when you pull on the emergency brake cable. There's an arm back there. This is a complete setup on this side. Then I went ahead and put the new metal lines in there. As you can see, we've got new metal lines running across to a new flex hose again. The vent tubes were missing for the axle, so I removed the bolt. I cleaned up, the hole was plugged up. It's supposed to ventilate this rear axle and front axles, but when they're plugged up, pressure builds up inside of here, and then it leaks out of the pinion seals and out of the sides axle seals. So this is necessary that it works correctly and that the hose is connected. Otherwise, water gets inside of your axles and will ruin your gears, cause a lot of problems there. This is the brake hose here, and it's got the metal lines connected to that, the new metal brake lines. All right, on the other side, all right, let's look at the other side. This is the rear right side of the car. It has a broken emergency cable. This has been broken for some time now. It's all rusted, and at some point there was a problem, and this was broken off of the rear of the backing plate. And it goes in this hole right here where the rest of the emergency brake cable is located. Now when I opened it up, there was no separator for the emergency brake, and there was no arm to connect the emergency cable to. So someone already has gone in here and removed, probably because the cable failed or it locked up. So they removed the parts that made the emergency brake system work. It does not affect the hydraulic brake system, just so you know. It is going to be an added expense to put new cables all the way up. They're rusted up pretty good. I'm going to go all the way to the front there with new cables and get everything connected if we go that route. And I've already priced it with the labor. It's going to be about $500 to get the emergency brake system back working. A lot of my clients, they don't even use the emergency brake, so it's not a necessary expense. And in Texas, we don't require state inspections as of 2025 for classic car vehicles any longer. So there won't be a check for the emergency brake system on this vehicle. But if you want it to work with this pedal here, I'd have to go in there and make sure that everything's here for this pedal to actuate the cable. But if it is, then I put new cables all along, some new connectors, some parts that are missing. And like I said, for a ballpark of around $500, that will get me mostly it's all parts. They're real expensive, these cables and separators and things that I'm missing. All the rest of the brake parts are here and ready to go on. I just need to kind of know what you want to do. If you want to do the emergency brake system while I have it apart, or tackle it on another day. It's not, again, maybe after you get the car finished and you want to bring it back to me, I can tackle the emergency brake system and we can put those budget dollars towards that. But for right now, to get the car to start, to stop, to road test it, I don't need the emergency brake system to make that work. I got the new shoes ready to go on there, and we can move forward with that. So again, on this side, I haven't cleaned up the four-wheel drive engaging gears. I'll get this all cleaned up, painted and prepped, and then I can put the passenger side front brakes on there as well. So we're pretty close on that, but I don't want to move forward unless I got the okay to leave the brake system the way it is, or if you want to fix the emergency brakes. Okay, so that's that. Again, you saw that I have the carburetor. I already have the old carburetor off the car, and we will be putting that new one on it so that it runs better. I've got all the rest of your parts here in these boxes on this cart. This is where everything's located, and that's kind of the update for right now. Like I said, it's looking really good. It's coming along. I don't have any issues. Just again, the emergency brake system was kind of that problem there. And as you can see, here's the tube. This is the tube, the ventilation tube for the front axle so that it breathes. It was plugged up too. I just got to tighten up my O-ring, my clamp there, and it's all finished up as well. All right, as you can see, we completely took everything out so I could get inside and I could check things as I'm working on it. I needed all the body panels out of the vehicle. We got those stored, and we can put everything back in there when you're ready to transport it again. All right, this is Manny with Classic Auto Repair. Hope you enjoyed watching the update on the Bronco, and we'll keep moving forward on it. and I'll keep giving you some more updates. Thanks for watching. This is Manny with Classic Auto Repair.